Students, today I want to solve some problems from last year's CBSE Mathematics Standard question paper. Let us take question number 35. We have been solving questions from the coded test paper of last year, that is 30/S/3, right? We want to solve question number 35. Is this? In the figure, MNOP is a trapezium with MN parallel to PO. MNOP is a trapezium with MN parallel to PO. And PO is twice MN. PO is 2 times of this MN. These two are parallel sides. A line segment FE drawn parallel to MN intersects MP at F and NO at E, such that an E by EO is 3 by 4. Right? This EF is parallel to MN, and this intersects this side at F and this side at E. And the ratio of NE and EO is 3 by 4. Diagonal PN intersects FE at X. This diagonal PN intersects FE at X. And we have to show that 7FE is 10 times MN. This FE is 10 by 7 of MN. Right? Now we are given that FE is parallel to MN is parallel to PO. Okay? Yeah. Now if you look at these two triangles, triangle NXE and triangle NPO, this is part of FE. FE is parallel to MN. So this will be parallel to MN. MN in turn is parallel to PO. So XE will be parallel to PO. Therefore, these two angles being corresponding angles will be equal in these two triangles. Okay. Now these two angles are equal and this is common angle. Therefore, these two triangles will be similar. Now we are given NE is to EO is 3:4. Therefore, NE by NO will be 3 by 7. So that also will be equal to NX by NP will be 3 by 7. Means NX is to XP will be 3:4. Now if you look at these two triangles, again this is parallel to this. Therefore these two angles are a pair of corresponding angles and hence are equal. And this is common angle. Therefore these two triangles are similar. Now because this is 3 and this is 4, we'll get that Fx by Mn is how much? 4 by 7. Okay, this is 4, so it becomes 4 by 7. So we can calculate Fx in terms of Mn, and here we can calculate Xg in terms of PO, and PO is given in terms of Mn. Therefore, we can calculate Xg in terms of Mn. So we can, when we add Fx and Xg, we'll obtain Fe in terms of Mn. Okay, that might be turning out this. Let us see how. Yeah. So so first let us consider right. We are given a triangle, a trapezium MNOP, right? Yeah, and these two opposite sides, MN and PO, are parallel. Okay, and also PO is 2 times MN, that is given, and also is given NE and NF by, is it NF by F or NE by F? Let me see. Yeah, E is this, F is this. I mistook. Okay, E is here, F is here, and this is 3:4. NE is to EO is 3:4. Okay, yeah. So I have to correct it. Right. This is E. I'm sorry. So this is E, this is F. So this is E, and this is F. Okay. NE is to EO is given. So let us consider the triangles NXE, triangle NXE, and triangle NPO. Okay. In these two triangles, these two angles are equal because XE is part of FE. FE is parallel to MN and MN is parallel to PO. That's how XE is parallel to PO. And this is a pair of corresponding sides. So this NO being transversal and these are parallel sides. Therefore, this is a pair of corresponding angles and therefore they have to be equal. And this is common angle, right? And therefore, by AAA axiom, these two triangles NXE and NPO will be similar. Okay, so we have XE is parallel to FE, or EF is parallel to MN is parallel to PO. Okay, XE is parallel to EF. It is coincident on XE, and then XE is coincident on FE, and FE is parallel to MN, and MN is parallel to PO. That's how you get XE is parallel to PO. Okay, and angle E is equal to angle O, since these are corresponding angles. Okay, these two are parallel and this is a pair of corresponding angles. This is transversal. Therefore, this is a pair of corresponding angles. So they have to be equal. Okay, and angle N is common. Angle N is common. Therefore, by AAA axiom implies that triangle NXE is similar to triangle NPO. Okay, so we can apply the basic proportionality theorem. It implies that NE by NO is equal to XG by PO. Okay, the sides will be in proportion. That is, NE by NO is equal to XG by PO. Okay, this is equal to NE is to EO is 3:4. So if I take this NE to be 3 units, this EO becomes 4 units. Therefore, NO becomes 3 plus 4, 7 units. So I get NE is 3 divided by NO is 7 units. Okay, NO becomes 7 units. 3 plus 4 is NO. It becomes 7 units. From here, I can calculate XE. This implies XE is equal to 3 by 7 times PO. Okay, take PO to the other side. So this implies XE is equal to 3 by 7 into PO is twice MN. So this is 6 by 7 MN. So we could obtain XE in terms of MN. Okay. Similarly, let us obtain FXC. Yeah. So let us consider the triangles. Consider triangle PXF and triangle PNM. Okay, I'm considering triangles PXF, and PNM. Okay, in these two triangles, FX is parallel to FE and FE is parallel to MN. So FX is parallel to FE and this is parallel to MN. So Fx is parallel to Mn. Okay, and if you compare, right, this is a transversal. PM is a transversal. No, not that. Yeah. These angles, this angle and this angle, they become a pair of corresponding angles. These two are parallel, right? This also is parallel to Mn, and this is a transversal. PM is a transversal, therefore these two angles are a pair of corresponding angles. They have to be equal, and this is common angle. Okay, so angle F is equal to angle M. This is a pair of corresponding angles. Okay, angles. And because Fx is parallel to Mn, these two have to be equal, and angle P is common. Okay, therefore AAA axiom implies that triangle PXF is similar to triangle PNM. Okay, now let us compare the sides. the basic proportionality theorem gives that the sides are in proportion. That is, Px by Pn is equal to Fx by Mn. Fx by Mn, Fx by Mn, okay? This side of this triangle PXF, Fx is corresponding to Mn. So these will be in proportion. Fx by Mn will be equal to Px by Pn. Okay? And we have got, this is 3 is to 4. N is to, Ne is to, NO is 3 is to 4. So this also will be 3 is to 4. So when we compute Px, if Px is 4 units, Pn will be 7 units. So this will be 4 by 7. Okay. When Px is 4 units, Pn will be 4 plus 3, 7 units. So it is 4 by 7. So from here we can calculate Fx. This implies Fx is equal to 4 by 7 into Mn. Okay. So yeah, we have calculated Fx, we have got Fx in terms of Mn. Okay. And here we obtained Xg also in terms of Mn. So let us add these two. So this implies, okay, if I call this one, this relation and this relation, 1 and this, 1 comma this, imply that Fe is equal to Fx plus Xf, Xe is equal to, Fx is how much? 4 by 7 Mn plus Fe is how much? Let us see. Xe is 6 by 7 Mn. Xe is 6 by 7 Mn. So for this is 6 by 7 Mn. Okay. So here Mn by 7 is common. So it is 4 plus 6 into Mn by 7. Okay. This is Fe. So do cross multiplication. Yeah. Do cross multiplication. You get 7 Fe. 7 times Fe is equal to 4 plus 6, 10 times Mn. Okay. That's what we are looking for. Okay. We are checking whether 7 Fe is 10 times Mn. Yeah, we got that. 7 Fe is 10 times Mn. So what we have done, we started with this trapezium. These two opposite sides are parallel, and this side is twice of Mn, that is given. And we are also given that line segment Fe is parallel to Mn. Okay, and that this diagonal Pn intersects Fe at X, and that this side MP intersects this side this segment Fe at F, and this line segment Fe intersects this side On at E. Okay, and we are also given that Ne by Evo is 3 is to 4. And what we did, we showed that, yeah, Xe is parallel to Pivo. How? Xe is part of Fe, and Fe is given to be Mn, and Fe is given parallel to be Mn, parallel to Mn. Fe is parallel to Mn, it is given, and Mn is given to be parallel to Pivo. That's how Xe will be parallel to Pivo. And these two are parallel sides. This is transversal. This is a pair of corresponding angles. They have to be equal. And this is a common angle. Therefore, these two triangles will be similar. Therefore, their sides will be in proportion. That is, Ne by NO will be equal to Xe by PO. Right? This is 3 units. NO will be 3 plus 4, 7 units. So 3 by 7 will be equal to Xe by PO. Okay? Yeah. So Xe by PO will be 3 by 7. From here, we calculate Xe. It is 3 by 7 into PO. PO is going to be twice Mn. So we calculate Xe in terms of Mn. Right? Similarly, we obtained Fx in terms of Mn. How? Fx is part of Fe. Fe is given to be parallel to Mn. Therefore, these two sides are parallel, and this is transversal. This is a pair of corresponding angles. They have to be equal, and this angle is common. Therefore, these two triangles are similar. This is 3 by 4, and E is to Evo is 3 by 4, and X is to XP will be also be 3 by 4. Right? Means Px by Pn will be 4 by 7. So Fx by Mn will be 4 by 7. Okay? After that, we calculated fx. Yeah, you take mn to the other side. So fx is obtained in terms of mn, and fe is what? Fx plus xe. Okay. For fx, you take 4 by 7 mn. Here we have got, in the first part, we have got xe is 6 by 7 mn. Add these two. Right? Here we have got x by e, xe is 6 by 7 mn. Add these two. Right? So for x you take 6 by 7 mn. Mn is common, 1 by 7 is common. M1 by 7 is common. So into 4 by 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. Do cross multiplication. 7 comes here. 7 times fe is 10 times mn. This is what is asked to prove. Okay. So this completes. Let us look at the next question. That is question on coordinate geometry. No, on arithmetic progressions. Yeah. In the month of September, question number 36, in the month of September, villagers of Ankur were falling ill with high temperature. Paracetamol was one of the highest sold medicines during that phase. A survey was conducted to estimate the overall sale of paracetamol of each pharmacy during the last 7 days. It was observed that the number of paracetamol sold in different shops were all 3-digit numbers divisible by 13. Were all 3-digit numbers divisible by 13 taken in order. Okay, so and then based on the information given above, answer the following questions. How many paracetamols were sold by the seventh pharmacy? What was the difference between the number of paracetamol sold by the 14th and 9th pharmacy? How many paracetamols were sold by the 9th pharmacy from the last? Or what was the total number of paracetamol sold in that week? Okay, yeah, let us try. Okay, it was observed that number of paracetamol sold in different shops for all 3-digit numbers divided by 13. Okay, yeah. Okay. So let us first look at the numbers that are all divisible by 13 and 3-digital. Okay. Let us list the numbers that are all 3-digit numbers divisible by 13. Okay. So this is question number 36, I think. Yeah. So I think it is question number 36. Okay. So question number 36, right? 36. Okay. What are all the three-digital numbers that are divisible by 13? All 3-digital numbers divisible by 13. What are these? These numbers should lie between 100 and 999. Yeah, 999. Okay. They have to be 3-digital. So these numbers must lie between 999 and 100. So what is the 100 is not divisible by 13. What is the next 100? 713 are 91. Next one is 813 are 104. So these start with 104. Next will be 117. Next will be 130 and so on. Okay. What is the nearest 3-digital number to the which is divisible by 13 to this? That is, you divide this by 13. 7 13s are 91. Subtract this 89, and then 6 13s are 78. Okay, yeah. So remainder is 18, 11. So it is, you add, you subtract 11 from 999, you get 988. Okay. This will be the number divisible by 13 and nearest to 999. Okay, the next immediate higher multiple of 13 will be this plus 13. That is 1001. That is 4 digital. So right, all the pharmacies will be right. So selling will be selling these multiples of 13. These multiples of 13. Right. This is divided by 13. 7 9 right. 13 cancels in 98 7 times. 91 in 78 times. 13 cancels 6 times. So this is multiple of 13. These are all the multiples of 13. Okay. Yeah. Now. Right. So let's look at the questions asked corresponding this information. Right? Based on this information. Yeah. What is question number 1? How many paracetamols were sold by the 7th pharmacy? Right? Right. So we want T7. Right? We assume this is the first term. The first pharmacy has sold these many. Second pharmacy has sold this many. Third pharmacy has sold this many, and so on. This is some nth pharmacy. Okay, we are to confirm n. Okay, so we have to find T7. T7 is what? A plus n 7 minus 1 into D. Right? What is nth term? A plus n minus 1 into D. What is A? It is 104 plus 7, right? N is 7 here. So 7th term will be A plus n minus 1 into D. By the way, this is an AP, right? Initial term is A, that is small. Initial term is 104, that is small a. And common difference is 13. Right? These are all successive multiples of 13. So common difference is 13. 117 minus 14 is 104 is 13. 130 minus 117 is 13, and so on. These are all multiples of 13. Therefore, common difference is 13. Okay, so this is 6. 37 minus 6 into D is 13. So this is 78. 104 plus 78 is 182. So these many paracetamols, the 7th shop sold. These are the tablets sold by 7th shop. Okay, yeah. So this is the first question. First bit. Okay, what is the second bit? What was the difference between the number of paracetamols, sold by the 14th and the 9th pharmacies? Okay, yeah. 14th and 9th pharmacies. Yeah, so second bit is we have to calculate. Look at the sale of 14th pharmacy and 9th pharmacy, right? So, right? What was the difference between the number of paracetamol sold by 14th pharmacy and 9th pharmacy? So it is this. And how much is this? T4 is A plus 14 minus 1 into D. These many tablets 14th pharmacy sells, and then 9th pharmacy sells how many tablets? It is A plus 9 minus 1 into D. Okay. This is how much? A cancel, and this is 3D, and this is, no, 14 minus 1, 13D, I'm sorry. This is 13D. 14 minus 1 is 13D minus, and this is 8D. Okay. And D is common, 13 minus 8 is 5, this is 5D. And D is 13, 5 into 13. So this is 65 tablets. Okay. This is the difference. The 14th pharmacy sells 65 tablets more than 9th pharmacy. Okay, so what can we write? Right? So 14th pharmacy sells 65 tablets more than ninth pharmacy. Okay, right? Uh, T14 is A plus 14 minus 1 into D. T9 is A plus 9 and 9 minus 1 into D. A cancel. We are going for difference. More means we have to look the difference. So, right? A cancel. This is 13D minus 8D. D is common. 13 minus 8 is 5. So it is 5D. D is for 13. So it is 65 tablets. Okay? Yeah. Let's look at the third part. What does this say? How many? Third A. How many paracetamols were sold by the ninth pharmacy from the last? That is important. Ninth pharmacy from the last. Okay. This is ninth from last. From last. Okay. Yeah. Means we have to find n also. Okay. Yeah. What is the last? What is last term? That is 988. As term is 988. Okay. So we have to find the position of this term. That is right. Let it be t and we'll calculate n. Okay. We'll make it equal to a plus n minus 1 to d. A is 104. D is 13. We can calculate n minus 1 and then n. Okay. So let t n be equal to 988. This implies a plus n minus 1. A plus n minus 1 into D, that is 13, that is 104 plus n minus 1 into 13 is equal to 988. Right? This gives n minus 1 into 13 is 988 minus 104. This is 884. Okay, 8 minus 4 is 4, 8 is 0 is 8, 10 minus 1 is 8. Okay, from here, yeah, does 13 cancel this? 8 yes. So 13 cancels in so many times? 6 13s are 78, 10 remains 104, 8 13s are 104, 68 times. So this implies n is equal to 68 plus 1. This is 69. So last term is 69th term. So what will be the ninth term from the last? Okay, 69th term. This is 69th term. Okay, what is the ninth term before that? Is it 61st term? 61st, isn't it? T61, 61st term. Right? From this, what is the question of this? This is 69. First term, second term, third term, ninth term. Right? 69. You look at the units place. So from the end, 61st term will be ninth term. So we have to find the T61. Okay? So ninth term from the last. Ninth term from the last, the end. Okay, will be T61. This is A plus n minus 1, 61 minus 1 into D. This is 104 plus 60 into 13. This is 16 to 6 13s are 78 into 0 and 104 to this. You get 488. 884. Okay. 6 13s are 78. 0 comes plus 104 is 4 comes, 8 comes, and 8 comes. Okay. It is 884. These many tablets it will be selling. Okay, the 61th shop will be selling these many tablets. Okay, that completes. Okay, yeah. So what is the next bit? How many paracetamols were sold by the ninth pharmacy from the last that we computed? Okay, third B. What was the total number of paracetamol sold in that week? Yeah. Mm. So top, right? It is B part question B, 36B. Total paracetamols, total tablets sold in that week, the week. This is what? It is M by 2 into A plus L. Okay. The formula for the total of n items which are in arithmetic progression is n by 2 into A plus L, the first term and the last term. Here n is 69 by 2, A is 104, and what is last term? It is 988. Okay? Isn't it? Yeah. A is this, L is this, 988. And it, right, we obtained uh, Tn, right? We obtained the Tn, we obtained n equal to 69. Okay, so what can we say? Yeah, so okay, we have to substitute, right? Right? A is 104, L is 988, N is 69. Simplify this, right? This is 69 by 2 into, add these two. 1 plus 8 9 plus 1 10. Okay, 4 plus 8 is 12, 1 remains, 1 plus 8 is 9, then 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay, 2 cancels in this. How many times? 69 into 5, 46. Right? 5 is 10, 9 goes in this 4 times, 1 remains, 12 is in 12 6 times. So 69 into this is how much? 46. ఓకే 6 6 33 6 4 32 32 32 9 6 54 5 36 5 4 45 4 45 49 45 4 7 13 1 7 3 7 13 1 7 3. So this is equal to 37,374 tablets. Okay, these many were sold in all, okay, in that week by all the shops. Okay, so that completes. So what we have done, so we are given that all three digital numbers divided by 13 were sold by pharmacies. So we start with the first such digital such number. What is the first three digital number divisible by 13? It is 104. The number divisible by 13 before this is 91, but it is not three digital. This is the first and the smallest three digital number divisible by 13, and the largest will be 988. Because yeah, you look at 999 and divide it by 13, and then subtract the remainder. You can get this, okay, from that. So that's how you obtain the last three digital number which is divisible by 13, and these form an AP of common difference 13. 104 plus 13, 117 plus 13, 130, and so on. Okay, these are all divisible by 13. The common difference becomes 13. Initial term small a is 104, and nth, let this be nth term. Okay, we are answered first seventh, the sales by the seventh shop. So you go for seventh term, that is a plus, and nth term is a plus n minus 1 to d. So if suffix is n minus 1 comes, so suffix is 7, 7 minus 1 comes, that is 6. 6 into d. D is 13, a is 104. Simplify this. So these many tablets was sold by the seventh shop. Okay. Then what is in the next bit you are asked how many tablets the 14th pharmacy sells more than 9th pharmacy. So these many are sold by 14th pharmacy and these many by 9th pharmacy. Okay, and then AA cancel, and then this is 13, this is 8. So 13 minus 8 is 5 into D. D is common. Okay, so D is substitute 13 for D, and it gives 65 tablets are sold more than 9th shop by the 14th shop. Okay, and then 9th from last. You from here you calculate nth the value of n. Let T and B the last term. So that is a plus n minus 1 to D. A is 104, D is 13. From here you can make it equal to 988. Calculate n. That gives the last shop to be 69 shop. Okay, and then in the next bit you are asked how many tablets were sold by the 9th shop from the last. Means on the 69 position 9th shop, this is first. You have to come from the end, right hand end to the left hand side. This is first shop. The 68th will be second shop, and so on. So if you look at 61st, if this is first shop from left, 62nd will be second shop, 63rd will be third shop. So this will be 9th. So from this from end, if this is first, this becomes 9th shop. Okay, so it is 61st shop will be 9th shop from the last. So you calculate T61. Okay, that gives you the tablets sold by the 61st 9th shop from the last. And then in the next bit, you're asked the total tablets sold by the by all the pharmacies in that week. So you have to go for n by 2 to a plus L. N is 69. A the initial term is 104. L is the 69th term is 988. You simplify this. That gives you the total number of tablets sold by all the pharmacies in that week. Okay, this concludes.